When you're going to change the world, don't ask for permission. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
There she is.
League, the thing is that you play these characters over and over and over.
Yeah.
Hundreds, in some cases, thousands of hours. People.
Oh,
sit with
girl,
these
bye.
characters.
Yeah.
I'm actually just messing around in the jungler right now.
Who are you playing?
Mordekaiser.
Hey.
Heavy metal.
Yeah.
They're always in this one map, you know, in this one environment, and you start to wonder, like, where do they sleep?
Yeah.
Ekko!
Hey.
What do they eat?
Yeah.
What is their normal life like?
Yeah, they're day to day, right?
Like, what kind of families would they have?
Wow.
We knew Arcane was going to be the very first deep story expression of League of Legends. There's enough video games where the audience asks for a movie or a show for years and years and years,
Right.
and then make it, and then it sucks. And
Yeah.
then guess what? People stop asking.
Yeah.
We were afraid of that. We were like, if we make something that isn't at least good, then we're really, really harming the League IP.
Wow.
That's a very...
And they did an amazing job, you can tell.
Yeah, I know. It's a very realistic fear to have,
Yeah.
you know?
As creators, I think we all have that fear.
Yeah. I love how this is shot.
This
Jesus.
is great. Wow.
Right now, obviously, you know, the phase is trying to wrap up season 1.
This is Ekko with
About hair.
Just oh yeah, with hair, right.
So let me just add that real quick.
Be the worst kept secret of the show. Everyone will know it's Ekko when they see him with the mask on. I mean,
You think?
yeah, of course.
In the trailer, I've seen like several videos, people analyzing it, and they're
There
like,
already
"Oh, this
there already
character
people that say that it's
is
Ekko.
absolutely not Ekko."
The second they see that he has the pocket watch,
Ah, true,
everyone
yeah.
knows he's like the you know the boy who shattered time.
Yeah, we
There you
did. I did call it. I was like, I think that's Ekko.
I remember you showed me that we built like a special rig on Jinx. You can kind of control going her face from going looking more childish to like the adult.
Yeah.
You have that somewhere?
Oh.
Wow.
So when we first got the first rig of Jinx, the idea was to try to connect her somehow visually to what she was as a kid. Rounder face, bigger eyes,
Oh, wow.
sadder look.
Yeah.
We didn't want the typical like crazy girl laughing around like the Joker and
Yeah.
just making no sense. We really wanted to make her feel like deranged and emotionally affected by what she went through.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think we were a little bit worried about, you know, when we get to the adult Jinx, that we just lose that like
Oh, it's the jawline.
Yeah.
little soul that just just tries to prove to her older sister like, hey, like I can do this, you know, like believe in me.
That was those changes of Powder and Jinx that we
Yeah.
were seeing.
Yeah.
We should never work on a project that doesn't offer us something personal to explore. I think for the
Absolutely.
story that we have, it's a story about family. It's a
Yes.
story about siblings that have a hard time
Yeah.
forgiving each other. It's a world of technology kind of taking over and us feeling like we're losing control over it. I think that those are just things that we as people think about and care about. You know, I think we want to also ask some questions
Yeah.
that we think
Yeah.
should be asked without necessarily giving you the answer, but at least asking like, hey, does a person, you know, like Jinx deserve a second chance?
Wow.
Yeah.
They thought about everything, huh?
Yeah.
Can a monster ever be forgiven?
Those are great themes.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't know.
If you can figure out like what is something that if you love it, a lot of people would love it, that's where you really should go hard. And I think that's what we tried with Arcane, you know. We'll see, but
You guys did it, man.
No, you guys did it.
freaking did it. I think it has potential.
You reached the potential.
Jesus,
and,
you set a
and
high
exceeded
bar.
it, Yeah.
The highest standard. I only dream in risky.
This is so good already. Oh my god.
How you doing, bud?
Hi, buddy.
The skinks. I've had them for 23 years.
Oh,
now.
wow.
I got them when I was 15 and definitely old enough to make that kind of commitment. Now, the thing when you work on story is that just generally speaking, it never stops.
It really doesn't.
Yeah.
I feel like I just have voices in my head that argue a lot, and every now and again, something they say makes sense, and then you write it down.
Oh my god, that's so true.
That's how writer's mind work, dude.
That's how the characters happen.
Facts.
These are obviously League of Legends characters mostly. I was original creative on like Riven up there.
Oh, wow.
Ari,
Wow.
And let's see, Wukong,
Wukong.
Nautilus, Lee Sin. I don't know. That guy I thought was cool.
So I did go to school for writing. You know, I went out to LA. One of the things that I stumbled upon was a truly bare bones, desperate sounding Craigslist post for a video game startup. My first and consistent reaction to that was this company has no chance.
I started playing in beta, and I found, the job offering to work in customer support at Riot on Craigslist.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Which led me to be interviewed by Alex.
Wow.
For the record. I think League was just really fun because it felt like there was kind of like the fingerprint of the people who made the game was so palpable when you played it because the characters were so quirky, they were so different.
Yeah.
You could just kind of tell people were just enjoying making these characters.
That's so cool, dude.
Wow.
We only had the one conference room, and it would just be everyone at the company who liked that, who was enthusiastic about it, just comes in and you'd show up with something, right? You'd be like, here's this sweet art that I found, or here's this
That's
idea that I just
awesome.
jotted down.
Brand new characters, imagine.
Yeah.
I think the reason that we focused on Jinx was because, I don't know, Jinx just always had this spirit at the company. Katie D'Souza did this, it wasn't a sketch, it was like a full concept of what she called Psycho Arsenal. It's not so different, honestly, from what Jinx looks like right now. You know, the long pigtails and just kind of like guns all over the place. I mean, everyone just fell in love with it immediately.
Hell yeah.
I don't blame them.
Look at that deranged look, dude.
I know, it's so unique
Ryan
and
Jinx
fun.
were characters that Alex and I always really liked.
Bravo, sis.
We worked on them together on, the different kind of teams. Alex was working on like the characters themselves, like their creative, their voiceover lines with, other
Wow.
writers.
She's such a loser, always ready to cry.
And I worked on the music and then the cinematic on Jinx. So on
Wow.
I want to try something fun right now. So fun should have some kind of spike up, like the screechy.
Not the voice actors.
Wow.
Nice. So cool.
Shoot faster,
Oh, the singers. For cinematic?
Oh my god.
Hell yeah.
This is amazing.
And when Christian made Get Jinxed, that was the most storytelling I think we'd seen in a video at that point.
Arcane started when Alex
So
and I
beautiful.
sat down together and were thinking what the devil we should be doing next.
Right.
Riot in general kind of struggled to put out long-form narrative content. Our goal was to have deeper storytelling, right? To not just
Right.
do video game action,
Got it. Yeah, because all the character cinematics.
or as we at the company tend to call it, fight porn. I don't know if we call it that anymore, but that's what it always was.
I
That's
just
funny.
always had this sense of obligation to the players. It just felt like we created these characters and the players answered us by spending so much time with them and loving them, and it just felt like they deserved to have better stories.
Oh.
Whenever Jinx kills someone, she actually gets kind of like amped up.
Yeah, I get excited.
Promise is
It
like,
would be nice to find some kind of thread, some sort of like emotional question thread.
Oh.
man, how fun it would be to make something that's a bit bigger, in the animation space, in the story space, and to kind of embrace all these different strengths that the team had developed over the years. Animation, music.
Every child. That sounds dumb.
The process, man. You gotta trust the process.
We had this amazing partner in Fortiche, this animation studio in Paris.
They did absolutely amazing, dude.
So, on the Imagine Dragons music video for Warriors.
You'll get reactions to all of these eventually.
Oh, so good.
Look at that.
Wow.
I
This is.
always thought that if there's any superpower that we had in the beginning to make Arcane a thing, it was whether or not we could really unleash the potential of Fortiche.
That's a great goal to have because
Yeah.
they did an amazing job. So unique art too. Such unique art.
It's such unique. It's absolutely incredible what they managed to come up with.
Seems like such a fun company to work at, honestly.
I know.
Everybody just being creative.
I mean, if I tried that, I would definitely fall on my face and eat shit.
Yeah. Me too, most likely.
You have pretty good balance, though.
Little Buddha.
He's the yes man of the company. He's saying yes to everything.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it is. Can I do it? Yes, you can.
Hello guys, welcome back to the Media Nights. My name is Ari.
And I'm Denise.
And today we're going to be reacting to Arcane, Bridging the Rift Part 1. You guys have been amazing with all of your support with the Arcane series, and we wanted to continue learning how these amazing creators did the story, because the art, the music, the storyline, every single thing about the show was top-notch, and I think we can all agree with that.
Yeah, and also I had a very tough time of letting go of Arcane. I know we finished it, but I just need to live in that world a little bit longer.
I know, it's an excuse to just keep, just stay in that realm a little bit and consume more Arcane content until season 2 gets here, because season 2 is going to be wild, man. After this season 1,
so good.
I am just excited to see what the future of this world has in store for us. So with that being said, guys, we're going to go ahead and dive right in. Thank you guys so much for watching and for the support and the love you guys have shown us, and we'll see you guys in a second. Take care.
See ya.
We do a mix of 2D and 3D, because the 2D effects are done in 12 images by second, and the animation it's 24, like all the movie. So you have a mix of style, geek with dirty
glasses. Are you really using glasses if they're not dirty?
Typiquement, moi je suis pas fan de la 3D pure et le style très intéressant.
Very unique and beautiful. These guys doing what they love, man. It's so inspiring.
How do you texturize something to look like a painting?
Oh.
We paint.
Wow, dude.
So let's say you have like a character smoking a cigarette. Instead of having like a 3D smoke being simulated by 3D tools, it's actually 2D drawn, frame by frame.
Oh.
Wow.
And, gets this almost cartoony effect.
Yeah, I did notice that.
Wow. Oh, Vander.
In fact, I start to do this 2D mix and 3D since 20 years.
Wow.
With music video.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, that is so cool.
For me, it's a new way to do animation. It's not anime, it's not full CG. It's
oh my god, that looks amazing.
Of everything.
I love how it looks. It really creates the sense of depth as well.
Yeah, it really does.
Are you feeling good about
it's an interview right now. Oh yeah. That's in a good mood.
A lot of work, man. A lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Arnaud was doing fun, cool music video with no money.
Wow.
Animation, mais c'était tout le temps un peu expérimental. En mix média, en stop motion, mais souvent avec une grosse partie quand même live action.
Cheers. As Pascal a little bit.
As what? Maybe another day?
They had a rough day, huh?
A bit drunk.
Yeah.
It's gonna be easier.
I met Pascal, he was the best guy for doing character in Paris.
When I was a kid, my dream was to make comic books or work
on,
for Marvel and stuff like that.
That makes sense.
Wow.
Yeah, if it was comic book inspired.
Or you can bring personality and bring story.
That's the gorillas.
I think back then I just found these tests that they would do where you go like, man, like this looks different. This doesn't look like the typical expensive Hollywood animation production. This just looks like
grungy. Yeah, it has a lot of style, a lot of personality in the art too, which is what I think it made Arcane so successful.
Yes. It was more adult, more lighting with flares and haze and something more like a live action movie.
The camera blurs and stuff and the focus that they toyed around with too.
Approach to camera, making you feel like there's a person filming whatever's happening.
Exactly, we kept talking about that.
Shots. We kept saying shots and how this is shot, but it wasn't ever shot. It was animated.
Like
amazing.
almost like the shift in focus sometimes.
And the handheld versus the stabilized shot.
Yeah, exactly.
When I went to the Riot leadership and was like, I think we should make a TV show about our characters that is the highest budget ever spent on an animated series. It's gonna be great. First answer was, no, get out of the office.
That's
why you gotta keep pushing.
Oh crap. Like, Christian has showed up with those like bold ideas and bold asks before, you know, but this one was such a leap from sort of music video to like full animated show.
Right.
It's so unbelievably daunting. And in the back of my mind, I'm just going, how am I going to talk Christian
and then I came back and said, okay, give me like $2,000. And they're like, okay, fine. And so we just started, you know, doing some concept art.
There you go.
It was like, okay,
you just gotta do it.
This looks really cool, right? Yeah, this looks pretty cool.
I thought it was a great idea, but I also knew how difficult it was to pull something like this off. We have something called the video game curse, which is very few games have adapted into film and television well.
One of the things that's really true that I think every creative can relate to is a lot of great creative ideas, they're fragile. They start off as a dream and an idea and a vision, and they haven't been fleshed out necessarily.
Right. A little bit more, now we can explore some 3D models and everything. They're like $5,000. They're like, okay.
Little by little, that's how you got him, huh?
Not to linger on this very unimportant.
You got $2,000.
Where did that go?
What year is it?
1922. While we were developing the story, we also started working with Fortiche on these little spikes, you know, of like, hey, what would it look like if Vi was just in her apartment in Piltover, and she's like venting about how Powder, her little sister, you know, is just always messing up. You know, it was just a test of like, hey, can we even do animation where acting feels good?
Right.
All you had to do was run, Powder. Didn't we spend a bunch of time preparing you for this? You and I?
In the back of my mind, I was going, I kind of hope this loses steam because this is so unbelievably ambitious.
So happy they didn't.
How in the world we're gonna pull this off?
Dream big, man.
You gotta do the things that scare you.
That's when I said, okay, could you give me like
10K?
$65,000 or so?
Okay.
We went from 5 to 65. This is stunning, man.
Oh wow.
And there was this fight scene, it was sort of this, you know,
animation test.
with
Wow.
Jayce and Vi on a rooftop. It was so sick, just in terms of how the characters were expressed and how they came to life. Like all those little incremental tests they were just like, yeah, we need more of this.
Yes.
Hell yeah, dude.
Wow, dude, look at that.
I love the design too. Oh, yes! Dude.
Jeez.
That was the time when I think they realized that I'm probably serious about this project.
Probably.
Dude.
I said to them, well, I mean, you have concept art now for the characters, for environments, you have 3D models, you have animation tests, you have material that we've had developed for the pilot.
Dude.
I was like, are we gonna do this or not?
Hell yeah, dude.
Wow, dude.
That's how you pitch something, guys. That's exactly how you do it.
I sort of think about it as like, oftentimes not knowing what we're getting into was an advantage, because I think if we did know, we would have said, there's no way.
Yeah, sometimes.
The animation tests, it was beautiful, right? But it was just a small snippet of what the full series would be.
Of course.
There were questions about like, well, what is the full story?
Yeah.
The storyline has to be really good as well.
We want to be respectful of players' time and trust. I'd
There
for
you go.
sure much rather not do a show than releasing something that's just okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone among Riot's leadership necessarily thought that we would definitely be able to do it, but I think they all understood that we just had to try. You know, I mean, like this was a bet. It was a risky bet.
Yeah, it was.
You just kind of have to, at some point, make that bet.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's only gonna be ever a theory.
You gotta take that jump.
So we had to build a studio of now 200, 250, 300 people, which is like, how do you build an animation studio? You know, we're a game company, how do you do that?
Yeah.
At that point, Fortiche had produced 2, 3, 4-minute music videos.
Yeah, this was a huge order, man. Tall order.
What an undertaking, man.
De film, et non plus on savait pas.
When I met Christian, I remember him talking about the character arcs and what's gonna happen in that episode, and you know, I've already that in mind, and it's gonna be like so emotional.
Yes.
I was like, dude, you're crazy. We haven't even started the first minute of the show. I don't think he was realizing what he was getting into, but I think he was a fool.
You gotta be a little crazy.
Sometimes, yeah.
Even when there are a lot of question marks and obvious concerns, and on paper it's not supposed to work because the experience isn't there and the resume isn't there. Like that's precisely when it's worth jumping into the deep end of the pool and learning how to swim.
I was just gonna say.
Just do it, yeah.
J'ai eu peur pendant le test que finalement quand on a commencé à faire le pilote.
Really? Of course, because I had to pitch it.
On avait un peu en nous toutes nos références où il y a eu ce côté le côté geek grâce à Christian,
Beautiful art, man.
Riot qu'on a vu qui nous laissait les clés.
Pilot production begins fall 2016.
Oh my god.
This little powder. Wow.
This.
So inspiring,
this
man.
This is amazing, dude.
To 100.
That's crazy, dude. 100 from 30?
Wow. That shot, come on, guys. You guys did amazing, man. Wow.
10 months.
First episode took 10 months to animate. Just to animate.
Basically, we had the pilot, wrapped up more or less. And now was the time to start working on the rest of the first season.
Right.
We had an entire arc for the first season, filled with moments, lots of art, lots of exploration, different locations, different characters, and we were already feeling the pressure of the sort of pipeline rolling.
Yeah.
These episodes take a tremendous amount of time to animate, and once the episode is in various stages of animation, changes are possible, but any change is tremendously productive in terms of the amount of time and resources it takes to so you're kind of locked in.
Right.
Yeah, if you change anything in the script, that's it.
Yeah.
There was a meeting on my calendar, and I went to Brandon's office, and there was like a bunch of people in there.
He basically, he called me and told me like, hey, I just talked to Brandon and like everyone.
It was basically like an intervention meeting.
Oh no.
And by the way, that's what we do for everything. Even in game, if we're like on the cusp of launching and we think it's not right, like we'll stop, we'll hold, we'll pivot, we'll cancel.
Imagine.
I think with everything creatively, you're always kind of waiting for that hammer to fall. We wanted to make sure the story that players got lived up to their expectations. If we couldn't do that, then we shouldn't do that.
Right.
Wow.
The consensus was you don't have the story yet, and it's not going to work,
Oh, that's so rough. Now you gotta come up with a story.
Dude.
Wow. Wow, dude, what an incredible first episode. It's so emotional.
Dude,
and I get emotional because we're both filmmakers. If you guys didn't know, we're both script writers, and it takes an incredible amount of time bouncing ideas back and forth from each other and making sure that the story is perfect, and every step of the way is like a Lego set. You have these blocks and you have these characters, and you have to think about everything about, what kind of person they are reflecting from the real world, right? Who is going to identify with this character? What kind of choices are doing? Making sure that the choices are right for the character, right for the setting, that they're realistic, that people will identify both, the good things and the bad things of these characters, and making them feel organic. And it's so much work, guys. It really is. And that's just on the script side of things.
Right.
Imagine the animators who are doing this incredible work frame by frame, and the musicians, and just the incredible amount of work that went doing Arcane was, as you can see with the first episode, making this thing real is an incredible amount of work. Just getting that money and getting that resources they need.
One of the hardest things as an artist, whether you're a painter or writer, actor, whichever aspect of the art that you're in, the hardest part is really navigating you working on your craft and creating something but still making it profitable somehow.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's an investment, and I don't think people realize how much of an investment it is. It's money, it's time, it's tears, it's being tired, it's being overworked and being demoralized and still finding a way to keep going. I mean, like he's working on multiple scripts, I'm working on a couple books. It's like, and we're still doing all of that, and we still have daytime jobs, and it's just like it's a huge sacrifice.
It's a lot.
It's crazy to see the challenges that they've gone through to make this happen. Honestly, after, Fortiche, clearly like from 30 people to 100 staff, and then like the intervention meeting, damn, like I can't imagine like how devastating that must have felt. But I think those moments are also kind of necessary sometimes, really just to test how passionate you are about what you're pushing. And I'm so glad that they kept pushing, because what we got is incomparable. Like it's honestly one of the greatest pieces of animation I've ever seen in my life. And guess what? The story was there.
Yeah, the story.
The big concern, they're like, we don't think the story's there. The story was there. They found it. I can't wait to see part 2.
Yeah, it's so funny because I feel like it was that they cared. They cared so much, and they wanted to deliver something that was truthful and that people were going to like. And when you care, when you really truly care, it's almost impossible to give up the people a bad product. It's really hard when you're putting the hours, you're doing the research, and you have people actually reading through the scripts and saying this worked, this doesn't work, and cut this or edit that out.
Right.
Because most of the time it feels like, I see some movies and I'm like, how the fuck did this get even greenlit? Like, why did you guys, like, where, like, did nobody stop this? Nobody read this and went like,
I'm
maybe
like,
not.
This went through a whole ass, like, boardroom full of shareholders and everything, and like they looked at this and they were like,
this is
amazing,
this is
great
job.
And
give me more.
I think there's more to learn from movies that are shitty, from books that are shitty, from pieces of art that are shitty, rather than always watching like the movies and the adaptations and things that are like fully accomplished. I think it's also important to watch the stuff that does not work so you can figure out what didn't work.
Yeah, you learn from the failures of others. And you kind of,
and the thing is, like, you see even the beauty and the potential in movies that you would deem complete and utter trash, but you see the intention. And I think every artist deserves some kind of respect for that. You try to do something, you failed, that's fine. You try again and you do it better next time. They talk a lot about the video game curse, and I think, we just got done watching The Last of Us, right? You can see there, it is possible to have a good adaptation. You just need to care about the characters. Mm-hmm. You need to respect the source material. You can't just do, it's just a game, who gives a shit? It's a source material and you gotta take it as seriously as you would, I don't know, To Kill a Mockingbird.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like even though it is a video game, material is material, and especially when that material is good, when that source material and the script is good, or the story and the potential of exploration has something special, like in the case of League of Legends, right? Where it's so rich in lore, you might as well do something like this to really live in that world and really, expand upon it.
Right.
I think you got to take your shot. But it's so cool to see and emotional even to see these amazing creators go through the same struggles that we do, still at our baby face, if you would call it, our process, and are very, these scripts are our babies. We've been working on them for a long time, and seeing that other creators go through these hardships as well, and then they eventually you just gotta dive into that pool, man, and just do it. That's inspiring, and the fact that not only did they jump on the pool and got it done, but they gave us something like Arcane, that is absolutely mind-blowing. All the things that could have gone wrong and how they still went through and they pushed through and they worked hard every day and they gave us this amazing season. This is only season 1. I cannot wait, man. It's going to be so mind-blowing.
I can't wait to see where this is going to go.
I want to have a documentary series like this about our channel, when we first started this.
I know.
All we really wanted was to inspire people, I want that dramatic shot on the side.
Oh, hell yeah, definitely, with the lens flare.
Yeah, the lens flare. We call in our friend J.J. Abrams to direct our whole thing. I just want a shit ton of lens flares to make everything look epic.
Yeah, of course.
To whether you're like...
Yeah, exactly. And then get a little bit of Paul Greengrass, get some handheld, some shaky cam.
There you go.
Really get that.
There you go. Sounds great. Anyway, guys, that was our reaction to part 1 of Bridging the Rift. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed our little creator discussion here. Thank you guys for all the support again in Arcane and during this series, and we'll see you guys for the next one. Take care.
See ya.